GingerGM.
2700, here we come. And a little bit of blitz. What is it? It's Wednesday today. I keep forgetting what day it is. Not a good sign. But I know where to move the pieces, so that is an okay sign. And we are playing Jabruka from Kazakhstan. Is that right? Or Kazakhstan? From somewhere. And, well, I'm just going to try to get over 2700. So I need to get 25 points. I did this at the weekend, but then, of course, I lost it all, as I normally do. And wish me luck, people. So, shall we go for a brutal Harry checkmate? Yeah, he stopped it. Bastard. Okay, so plan 2. Let's now do something else. You know, it's always good to have a backup plan. And I will tell you very soon what something else will be. Something with e4 looks sensible. I can probably play it now. He's going to try to attack this pawn, though. Or I could do the Fione attack. Let's do that, shall we? Or should we just play the positional a4? Okay, I mean, I was thinking bishop c2, queen d3, checkmate. But then he's going to play f5 and block it up a little bit. So I will prepare that a little bit slower, I think. f5 looks all right. So now he's trying to do a little bit of breaking. I can see where he's coming from. I don't want to lose the first game. God's sake, Williams. Sorry, God. I know it's not your sake. I do apologise. It's nothing to do with you, my play. And now he's going bishop here. I'm not really looking even. Okay, first game. Wake up, Williams. It's going to be a good session. It's going to be a good session. It's not going to be a shit session. It's going to be a good session. Okay, right. It's going to be good. So let's think. Well, I don't really want to move this pawn, but I don't know what else to do. So, okay. I mean, I haven't played this very well. I haven't been looking at what my opponent's doing. Okay, I'm just going to take here and play some moves. This is really annoying, and he's played it. Yeah, I was a little bit worried about that one, as you might have gathered. My position sucks. It's not nice, is it? It sucks. It sucks eggs. Harry's good. Oh God. Okay. Play better now. Okay, first game over. Maybe we'll write this one off. But we could not yet. Don't write it off yet. Okay, so let's get out the pin first. Okay, so knight here obviously play. I'm up on time, aren't I? Don't look at the clock, otherwise it'll worry you more. And now let's start playing some chess now. I'm on the green tea at the moment. I will be streaming later on today, so I'm actually streaming at quite a late time. I'm going to be streaming 10 o'clock to something o'clock. So 10 till 12, and I'll be doing a bit of long play games, something like that. So I hope to see some of you there for that stream. It's funny, now my position is actually sort of getting a little bit better. I mean, it's not fantastic, but it's just a little bit better. My time is atrocious, so I'm going to have to go for one last ditch attempt at an attack here, I feel. Otherwise, I'm just going to lose on time. So let's attempt that, to just try to sacrifice here, and then we'll play better in the next game. Last ditch, last punt, last roll of the dice. So it was quite funny. Like the other day I did a video, and I think I mentioned how I can't always answer all your emails. You know, if you send me an email, I can't always promise to answer it. Especially if you send me questions, you know, like basically, you know, I had this game the other day, and you send me like an essay on a game you played, and you're like, well, you know, it's a very interesting game. I'm sure you'll like it. Can you give me your thoughts on it, annotations on it, your expertise on it? Can you tell me what I did wrong? Can you tell me what opening moves I should have done? Maybe you can send me some of your own analysis. Maybe you can discuss it at some depth. I don't mind those emails, that's fine, but I can't promise to respond to them. I mean, like I said the other day, and let me just make this clear, it's chess is a hard game. I only have limited time, especially when I'm trying to make videos. I mean, if you're an accountant, let's say, oh, this game's terrible, let's get rid of this one. Let's say you're an accountant, and you're doing this boring like accountancy, 1 + 1 = 2 minus tax, all that kind of crap. Imagine you're doing that. Now, you wouldn't really in your spare time when you get home. You know, if someone you didn't know sent you an email saying, oh look, I've got all my accounts here, very kind of you, can you look through them, have a go at them, and please tell me with the accounts what my work says. You wouldn't be like, oh brilliant, oh, that's fantastic, thank you so much for that email, you've really made my day with that email. I'm so excited that you emailed me this email. It's such a pleasure to read this email. I'll happily go over that and spend my time doing that for you. Would you? I don't know. No, I'm being harsh. It's just then what happened with an email the other day. I didn't respond to this email. Okay, because I didn't have time. So I got another email about an hour later. Can you Adam and Eve it? And about an hour later, the same chap was like, "Why haven't you responded to my email? Why haven't you answered my questions that I asked you on this variation?" And I was like, "Well, hang on a minute. Like, you know, I'm not actually forced to do that, am I? Is that what now I'm supposed to do this as well? Is this really what I'm now doing? I've got to do that as well. God, I feel bad now." And he goes, "You're very rude for not answering all my questions, my essay on how to play this line in this very complex position that you will need to spend hours and hours looking at until you understand it." And I was like, God, come on, man, just give me a break, people, sometimes. You can tell I've had a lovely day today. Lovely day. Have I got... Okay, I've got to show the anger at the chessboard rather to you guys. No, but please do email me, and I will. I mean, yeah, I obviously I enjoy getting your emails and your queries. No, I really do, and I will try to answer if I can. If I can help out, I will do, of course. But if I don't answer, try not to get annoyed. That's the only thing I'm sort of, you know, want to say. If I don't answer in time, I even had a death threat the other day. This was the worst one. Some guy who had to ban and even call the police on, but I won't go there anyway. It's just obscene sometimes. Okay, anyway, chess. So I don't want to lose the second game. I had a great position earlier on, and I need to start concentrating, don't I now? Because Jarbrook is obviously playing well and better than me at the moment. So okay, so let's try to get rolling. Have I got this move coming up? I hope so. And then some pressure here. I mean, the one good thing is my knight is very good, isn't it? So I'm relying on rook takes here, bishop takes check, and I can take here, something like that. So that's the way I'm going to rock and roll. That's the way I'm going to rock and roll. Who sung that? Who sung that one? Who sung that one? That's the way I'm going to rock and roll. Oh my God, I should know the answer to that. Good song, you know, good song. Okay, anyway, someone sung it. Is my answer. Someone. Okay, so that is the way I'm going to rock and roll. My opponent's thinking how to stop that, and he can't find a solution. Can he go pawn here? Well, that doesn't necessarily help. He's going to give up the exchange, isn't he? So let's take there. He can give up the exchange if he wants to. It's not terrifying because I'll beat the exchange up unless he has some thing I've missed, some thing of pain. I think I can go king f8. And now I go here, and he should have some problems on this diagonal as well as being the exchange down. For example, not queen c6, Simon. That is not the move you're going to play next, is it? Yes, Simon, play queen. Okay, queen b7. Okay, so he's getting out of that one. Just don't do something ridiculous here. To increase the pressure here, then he moves his knight back and he survives. Can I take here and then go queen b7? And then is that let's try that one. I say try. I think it's okay with the idea he can't defend this one now, and I'm stopping this check. I mean, he can get some pawns and shit, you know, but I'm not too worried about that. I mean, I've got a piece. And he's very I'm gonna win a game. Come on, we will get to 2700. We will. And we will drink lots of green tea in the process. Green tea and 2700. They match like strawberries and cream. That's what someone said in the YouTube comments. Strawberries and cream. And I thought, yeah, that's very nice, very nice. Strawberries and cream. What a lovely combination. Strawberries and cream. Very Wimbledon-like. Very Wimbledon-like. Okay, so we've got a win in there. Good. And I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna play different openings to stop the people who moan in the comments, oh, you never play the English opening or blah blah blah. Look, I play everything, so just shush it. Okay, so we're going to go for the reverse Dutch, a system I quite enjoy playing. I'm going to try to make it a little bit harder for him to push with this move, and in the meantime my knight seems to be alright on that square, so let's bring it back into the middle of the board. I'm going to get my king here, it's just a little bit safer, and maybe I'll try to push with d4 at the correct time to build up my central position here. Very sensible play. The other thing I can do is obviously do the swinger over here, which I normally do, so I'm a man of little ingenuity. And then this move I quite like when they go h6 to annoy this. I mean, it's Harry. Harry worked so well last time, we might as well try again. Okay, let's just push him, see how this works out, and try and bring the bishop over here. It looks quite fun. I don't know if it's the right idea, probably not, because this just defends and makes me look a little bit ridiculous because I have to come back here. But if I take there with a bishop, it's quite an interesting position because I'll gain the tempo back, hopefully by hitting the queen on e8. So it's not the end of the world. And I've opened up the king side, so there you can see. So I can get this one back, and opening the king side is always a fun thing to do, isn't it? Maybe I'll bring the queen over to h3. Whoa, what the hell? Of course I saw such a move. Okay, he wants to take here with check. But I can move my knight, no? Moving my knight here, for example. Let's do that. Why not? We don't want to retreat. No retreat. And this should win material because my knight on c2. I knew there was a reason I put my knight on c2. I knew it. That's the thing with us grandmasters. You know, I mean, my opponent's only an international master. He did not see the power of my knight coming to c2, and I saw in advance that when he goes knight d5 and takes here, my knight is well placed. You know, grandmasters see at least like, you know, 50 moves ahead in general, I'd say. That's why we're grandmasters. And this guy is a mere mortal. Of course, that's not true. I generally see about 1 or 2 moves ahead. I'm not capable of seeing much further than that. Okay, so he's got a little bit of play. I'll give him that. I need to get my rooks working. When you exchange up, you want to get your rooks working where they're good. Open files. So I have ideas of going here, and then my knight. Where will I move my knight? Well, I don't know. So hopefully it'll become clear to me in a second or two. You know, if you don't know, just move. The thing with blitz is you know, you can't really calculate deeply unless you're like better than me. Anyway, I can't calculate deeply. Maybe some of the other guys can who play, but I'm certainly not one of the quicker blitz players. I just have to play natural looking moves. Now this one is a bit double-edged because it opens him this one up, but on the other side I might be able to get my pieces coming in to the position. So let's try that. I'm just turning my monitor on. So I mean, you know, it does. I don't really want to allow this stuff to occur, but on the other hand, I achieve some good things, don't I? My knight now comes in the game. My rook does open up, and this is all like quite cool shit. Okay, so knight here looks normal. I've also got. I don't want to swap off that. That's clear. He's going to take here if I'm not careful though, and that is annoying. I don't want to swap here because g2 becomes very bad. Do I want to play g3? It looks quite weakening to me, g3, but I've got to guard this somehow. So knight here takes. Okay, I'm going to play g3. I'm not sure about that move, but we will play it. And okay, he is coming at me somehow. Let's plug some things. And will he come in here? I don't know. What's he doing? Let's just. Why did I go there? To stop the knight coming in here, I guess. I mean, I guess I have a reason for what I'm doing. I want to keep my queen here for now, because I'm hoping I can grab that one. My king looks much better on h2, where it won't get spanked on the long diagonal there. Okay, so he's coming here. Now this is oh, bloody hell. You're not supposed to do like very clever tactics like that against me. Jesus, that was a good move. Where did that come from? Okay, of course I saw it all. So if I take, he takes here. And that was very unclear. So I'm going to instead do this. But this is very unclear. Now, he comes, okay. Oh, he's trying to swap bloody queens off. Ah, time. Right, he's got one check, yeah? Oh, God, that's a good move. Right, I'm so slow. I'm just going to... Oh, I had queen e5, but it's not easy when you're pre-moving, is it? There we go. There we go. Walk into my mate, Sonny Jim. Walk into my trap. You're going to have it. Okay, what are we... We're moving slowly back up. And we only have... I'm just going to go here, like, do a hedgehog for a change. We are now 22 points away. So, you know, that's doable. But I need to just get a roll of wins against Jarboruk. And okay, now we're back into an English defence. Now this move is probably a very good move to block out my bishop. So let's just develop as quickly as can be. Now I don't want this bishop to be blocked out for good, so I need to try and make them crumble somehow. Whether this is a good way of doing that or not, the idea is if pawn takes, then I can take on d5, as we're going to now see, and he can't maintain this position because before he could do, he can't do now. And he wants the castle, obviously, so my knight can probably take here. Maybe I should just flick in a check. He's not going to allow that. Where's my bishop best? Well, I'm going to keep my bishop on these lines. They look the most active. And maybe I can sneak in this as well before he gets a chance to swap off bishop. So let's keep them coming. Problem is these guys are terrible. How am I going to get my knight out? That is a pre-move I can cope with, because if I'm ever able to play that, it'll be astonishing. But hopefully I won't need these guys. Hopefully I'll checkmate him here. Okay, so now what? Well, he's going to... Let's castle. Yeah? Okay, let's castle, because... Right, okay, so he's allowing me to take this one. Okay, I will do. Why not? And feels like I'm walking into something. I hate that when you get hook, line and sinker, but I'm not. So now I need to get my knight out. So where does my knight want to go? He wants to go to this square. So we have to develop it like this. And we won a little pawn there, didn't we? I could have gone bishop takes... I could have gone bishop takes g2 there, actually. Oh no, my rook was on pre at the end. So bishop f4. I'm not losing my queen. And I am a pawn up, aren't I? I hope so. So, but he's coming in with his queen, as we can see. And this is annoying because all my pawns are very weak. Okay. So, don't know. This is just unclear, I think is fair to say. So I want to activate my pieces. I'm best when I'm activating. So I'm going to try to create some threats of my own here, if I can. Of course, his pawn is bloody dangerous here. So I need to... But if he moves his pawn, I can check and take here. So he can't move it at the moment. And I might just give my king some loof, a little bit of air, and try to get my rook here, for example. My knight can come in here. And if I cover my back rank, obviously we're not swapping queens here. We're not swapping queens in this position. So looks as good a square as any. Rook c2 is still my main idea, but his pawn is quick. It is quick. So I need to... I don't know, it's a race here, isn't it? It's a race between my pieces and my opponent's pawns, basically. Can I create enough threats against his king whilst he... Well, I think now I'm going to have to change plans somewhat and just get rid of this pawn. So, okay, I get rid of one of his pawns. But he has done that to take time, you know, to stop me from attacking him so viciously. Now that's a good move. And things are getting swapped off. Luckily my queen covers e8 in this position, so I think my back rank is safe-ish. Probably fairly even, but I prefer my position because my king is safer in this position. Meaning at some point I maybe have a check against his king. I don't know if that's particularly relevant or not. He might play rook into this square. On the other hand, he has this passed pawn, of course. So here, rook here, slightly annoying. Do I have to go backwards and allow this? I need to activate my rook as well. Okay, let's try this one. I have a good defense here. So my idea is my rook wasn't actually very good there. So I want to give it the option of coming in, which he wants to swap queens, and that would guarantee him at least a draw. Can I avoid that? I can go here, but then he checks me on b8. Well, I might have to go for this draw. I can't see anything else, to be honest. No, I'll probably have to play this. Okay, he doesn't want the draw, which is good. I'm happy about that. Because oh, my rook. Bloody don't do that. So just avoid the cheap tricks. Time. I can't talk and play quickly. That's one thing I've learned. Avoid the cheap tricks. God. He's quite cheap as well, though, isn't he? He's going to win Harry as well, but okay. Let's just give my king that loof that I want. Oh, bloody cheap tricks. Check and mate was check over. God, this guy's tricky. Tricky as... Oh, is he going to do it anyway? Jesus. Cheap. Cheap, man. How do I stop that one? Ah! Has he got me? Oh, I'm so low on time. Oh, Jesus, Williams. Worth a punt. Okay, that was stupid. Doesn't look like we can do it against this guy, does it? To be honest. Well, we'll play a couple more. Let's get an English in for a change. And I will... it's 2-2. It's not a disastrous session. That last one I was doing okay, but I got a little bit short of time. So we will... Now, I hardly ever play the English opening. I used to play it all the time, and I've kind of developed my chess. I played it up to the age of about 19. I didn't play any other opening, and I got to... I think I became an international master when I was about... how old was I? Probably about 18. So it helped me get to international master level. So I know the English opening very well. Because I played it, you know, for 12 years of my life. So, but I like trying other things out now. I still play it occasionally, and this line here was actually battled most famously in the World Championship match in Seville in the 80s between Kasparov and Karpov. And this was a novelty that my dad actually told me a long time ago. Like, I don't think it's been played, and I don't think it's particularly sound, but the idea is to get some funky sacrifices going. Again, I wish I could remember it better. If he takes, I could take, and I get some play over here. Now, can I take on f7 anyway? I'm certainly going to try to take here with the idea of check on h5, which could be very strong. King takes, check, and this is a bit like the fried liver opening, that kind of idea. So he probably has to move his queen here. Where does he move his queen? That's an ugly square, but I can't see many other options. If he goes here, can't I just take this one? And this should be now. Ah, okay. Bloody... Why am I missing such obvious moves today? This is really not clear. I have fantastic knight, but I'm a little bit concerned about all the light squares around my king. So it's really a rather unclear position. I suppose rook here and I can get the queens off is okay. Now he wants to go bishop here, rook f2, and take here with a rook. Knowing this guy, he's very sharp player. So for example, I have to stop mate. I can go queen f3 here though. No, this is a good intermezzo to try to hold on to my position. But now I'm allowing this one in the game. So that was actually maybe not such a good intermezzo, which is very scary for me. That was very silly. It was quite an obvious move I walked into there. I'm gonna just give up my rook. I don't like my light squares there. They look awfully weak, and hopefully he'll give me a chance to play this one, so my bishop can just block up this file. I think practically this was the best way to play, to be honest. Now c5 is the one move I'm looking at. I'm being a bit greedy here, guarding. I don't want to swap queens off, even though the ending is not terrible for me, I'd say, by any means. But I want to keep the queens on the board here and try to get some hit like this in at the right moment. So let's just, okay, he's coming over here. So I'm missing a lot of simple moves. I mean, obviously I should have seen that one coming. Okay, this one, anything to worry about? Maybe. I hope not. I hope not. Okay, so he's hitting on my pawns, and I'm putting myself in a rather ridiculous situation here the way I'm playing. This is bad. Play better. I need to play better. Okay, don't like it. Don't like it. It's clearly gone wrong now, and it's time to roll the dice a little bit here. My opponent has that all covered, and yeah, I played this game very badly. This is a very bad game. So, okay, well, we'll try again. I'll play until I lose another game, and I'm not going to get 2,700 now, am I? But I should have been doing well in this one. What's he done there? Very peculiar way of him playing. Has he just have he just blundered? That's a crazy move, isn't it? What did he do? Maybe wow, that was the kind of luck I needed, yeah? I mean, I'm now, all of a sudden, I think he maybe just blundered, hasn't he? Well, he's certainly not a computer cheat, I feel, for sure. Am I winning now, all of a sudden? That was my last trick there. Cheers. Cheers to the green tea. The green tea trick. The trick of the green tea. Okay, so we're in. We're in. So, okay. Now he's going to try and do me on the clock, which I would do in his position, obviously. So let's just not play like a slouch here. Let's play quick. Not so simple to win. How do I actually even make progress? Do I want to put my bishop there? That looks a bit funny. But I want to get it attacking this pawn to create some threats against this king side. So that's my sort of way of thinking here. But he's very hard to break down, isn't he? Strange. I mean, of course it should be winning this, but not in a completely obvious way. So how am I going to win this? I don't know, is the answer. On time is the answer. Well, maybe I can zugzwang him, meaning he should run out of moves. If I can, and then that is one trick. Obviously, I was sitting up there. Yeah, okay, that's it. So that was a bit of a comeback there. That is maybe the little luck I need just to turn the tables. I'll still play until I lose one game. Let's see if we can get someone else to play. We played this guy a fair few times. So we're playing another Grandmaster from Brazil. Let's have a quick look who it is, shall we? Brazil. So I don't know. And I'm going to stick with the Dutch because, as I mentioned before, I'm doing this chessable course, which I probably should be working on now rather than playing Blitz. But I will do. If you're from Chessable and you're wondering why I haven't finished it yet, it's because this is work for me. It is actually work. So I'm going to go back and do the work in a minute. So yeah, so this is one sort of thing I found actually, that before I was suggesting knight e4 first, but now I'm actually suggesting this a5 move. So there's some subtleties in the new course that I have found, which I think are very interesting actually, and to improve on old lines basically. So, and this is one such subtlety. Now Why? Okay, so he's got some compensation for the pawn I'm going to win. I don't know if he knew I was going to win this pawn. I mean, the compensation is he has pressure on this file. He certainly does, doesn't he? B6 knight here. And my rook doesn't have a good square. So maybe I should not have done that. Can I go queen here? Don't want to play... This seems very passive for me. It is a pawn. Because how do I ever get this guy in the game? So I don't like this. This is not good. And I hate playing when I can't activate my pieces, as you probably can tell. So the only other thing I can think of doing is get my knight to d5. So that's what I'm going to try to do, because at least on d5 I have one very good piece. If he goes e4, I can take it. He can go... Okay, so he's going e4 now. But this is still a very good square for my piece. His queen will try to come to one of these two bits. So, okay, let's go in. And again, like in a previous game, my major problem is these guys. And you saw this before. I think it was a game I won, that one. But at the moment, this is clearly the thing that's going to be my major issue. I'm pawn up, so it's not all bad. How do I get this one and this one in the game? And I hate playing, as I've said before, when I haven't got that feel. You know, it's all about feel. You've got to feel your pieces. You know, don't actually grab them and start feeling them when you're playing, because that would just be weird, wouldn't it? But you know, you probably know what I mean. You got to feel them, but you know, not in a weird Me Too kind of way, like, you know, or you know, don't start touching them up in a very, you know, suggestive way. That's not good. No, don't do that. I've seen people who do that, by the way. They get their pieces and they're literally using like some kind of sex toy on the board, and it's just not right. Don't do that. Yeah, some people do literally probably fall in love with their pieces. You know, literally. I mean, literally fall in love with their pieces. No, don't do that. Don't do that. So okay, so I managed to get my bishop in the game. And well, look, it's better than it was. It's laughing over there, isn't it? Even if I just put it here, it's better. I'd probably like to swap it off. I'm not sure, because then he moves my good knight. So I'll put it over here, you know, and he's getting this guy under some pressure. Yeah, okay, that's his plan. He's quite quick as well, so I'm going to need to boogie on up. Rook here, knight here. Could be a way to continue. Maybe even knight f6. Trying to get rid of that bishop. Let's get the rook. Let's get my last piece in the game. Yeah, I'm not going to think too much. Let's just move it in. Got knight c3s. Let's just see what he does against that. Could be a good little tempo gainer, because I need to gain a little bit of time. Oh, why don't I go knight f6? Yes, this is much better. This is what I wanted. Okay, but even if I take, this pawn is suspect, but I'm guarding it at the moment. And how is this? This is okay, I feel. His king is quite overextended. You know, it's a little bit... He could be feeling some pressure on his king, with his king at some point. His pawns may look good, but when your king's on that area of the board, it's very risky. So I might even take here, and we'll see whose king is... Whose king... Oh, shite. Let's do that. Let's get out of any knight crap that's happening. That was a good play. Oh no, he's coming here. I'm collapsing. Bloody collapsing again. What? Oh no, you're collapsing like a moron. That was pathetic play. Oh god, you idiot. Idiot. Alright, let's mix it. That's a crap way of mixing it, because he's got rook, queen g2. Numpty idiot, man. Okay. I mean, and that one. That is also very good. But, I mean, this is... Yeah, it's silly. I just collapsed there, didn't I? I had to check there. Check. Check. He's not going for a draw, is he? Oh, I'm down on time. Can't go for a draw. What am I doing? Oh, God, you're so slow. You could win this if you weren't so slow. Ah! Okay, I'll play again until I lose. I don't like quitting after one loss. Yeah, it's time as well. My time handling is just bad. Okay, so I've gone back to d4. Let's do some Trompovsky now. We haven't played this right, and I'll go into a Tory attack because we haven't had that. That was really bad. Oh, I should never have lost that one. It was all looking very good for me. I've got DVD on this one coming out. Chessbase are making this one quite soon, and I'm quite interested about this because again, it's a bit like a London system. It's a bit of a mix with a London. It's a bit of a mix between some other openings. The London Jabava London system. So I mean, they're all different openings. They're all quite distinctive, but they're all sort of like connected as well. So I'm interested in you know, it's good to learn them all. Really, is what I'm trying to get at. Okay, so I've picked a very angry setup here. Really, I say angry. It's maybe not the wisest setup, because I've castled queenside, and that's not something which is necessarily recommended, or certainly not recommended. But did I just play that move? My words. As soon as I played it, I thought, yeah, my king's normally on g1 there, and it's check. That was a major blunder. Oh dear, this guy's... I'm playing terrible. Okay, it's not a complete disaster. I don't lose everything here, but I'm certainly playing badly. So we'll call this the last game. I will be streaming later, and we're going to play a long play game. So a bit of an educational long play there. Hopefully play better than this. This is just game over. All right, I'll do another one. I can't end on that. And we'll go King's Indian defence now. Right. I'll play until I lose it. I'll play until I lose another game. Not going to happen for a while. Okay. That was just a crazy blunder. It's one of those ones where you sort of, you know, you play it quickly, and as soon as you play it, you're like, really? Did I do that? Did I actually just play that move? And you're like, yep, you played it. You played it. And you're like, God. I think it does happen to everyone in Blitz. Okay, so this is all very normal for the King's Indian and this particular line. This knight is terrible, but I have a bit of play. And now this move is okay, but I don't like it when they take en passant, which of course the fucker does. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't do that, I'll be honest. I was kind of like trying to bluff him and sort of, don't take en passant, don't take en passant. Now, still, I don't think he should have taken on b5. I don't like that move of his taking there, because I'm not sure why he got rid of this pawn, allowing me ideas of d5. His pawn on c4 was good, so I don't like that idea of my opponents. It seemed to be totally wrong. He is quick, this guy, so I'm also going to now speed up. And should we keep it simple? Let's keep it simple. I always have knight check. Oh, if I go here, he's going to take here. A little tactic. That's annoying. I was relying on that. I was relying on d5, but then knight takes here. Oh, God. That's silly, isn't it? Really silly. Okay, what am I doing here then? This is the one thing I was hoping. I can go c4. Let's try that one. Because my rook on b8 is at least good. But I was okay. Then I got d5. But he can move his. Well, where does he move his queen? Queen here, knight f5. Okay, this is just about okay for me. Again, I don't like his move of you know, moving his pawn on c4. It seems very strange. Do I have anything immediate? Maybe, but I'm just going to do this. My position now looks very good. My pawns look to be very nice. And I'm just going to try and ram it up the board if I can. This guy's strength is certainly his time handling. And he's playing alright as well, don't get me wrong. He's not playing badly. So how is this? I don't know anymore. It's a weird position again. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. My pawns aren't going anywhere, are they? So my knight is not good. So I don't know. I want to move this pawn so I can move my knight. If I move my knight, he moves his bishop. I'm not. I have to play it anyway. He can move his bishop and pin me if he wants to. All right. Let's get behind that one and just try and push. But now his bishop does come in. Okay. Play the most annoying move I can find for him. And I'm not playing well. Disappointing this game, to be brutally honest. He's crushed me, hasn't he? 3-0. Well done, Evandro. I will remember your name and come back fighting another day. And here, this is looking very bad for me. Can't see any other way out of this, but this one is going to hit me. And I'm sort of playing on one movers now. I couldn't take that one, could I? Just felt like I couldn't. Okay, but he's got to stop this one, obviously. And if he moves the pawn, I have this one. So there are some slight threats rather than retreating. I think it's always better to just keep going forwards if you can. I'm not sure how he's going to stop it, so he hasn't. So I'm going to have to go for it and hope that there's not some kind of mate like rook h6 and bishop here check. Fuck it. I'm covering here, but it looks so scary for me. And I don't really have any checks. So he's played it calm. Okay. He's got rook here. Any threats yet? Can't see any threats he's got, so I've got to keep playing aggressively. Gonna move my king up, but it's not really safe there. And what is going on here? What is going on? If you take, okay, well that's going on. There we go. Keep fighting. Now we can play some more. Okay, right. What did I do last time? Let's go for the English again. So I'll play a bit more English. Did I win the last English I had? No, I lost horribly. So we're trying to get a win with the English. And this is the line I used to play all the time against the King's Indian defence. And I found when I played the English, most people play the King's Indian. And the line here is called the Botvinnik system. Obviously Botvinnik used to play it, and it's a strategy you do on the light squares, as in my dark squares are very weak, but I'm playing on the light squares, and I don't want him playing b5. I've had this position many times, and one of the main ideas here is you stop his knight coming to d4, so you play d4 first. This is all theory, because if his knight sits in there, you can see his dark square strategy works very well. So instead you play this kind of position here. Now I could have knight e2. I think is a recommended move, but I've always played some line like this where I just give up the pawn and try to play for positional compensation. So the bishop coming into b6, which we'll try, and I'll combine it with hopefully getting an attack on this area of the board. But first of all, let's not lose another pawn. One pawn's enough. I don't know. This might just not be how they do it anymore. Now here takes. I don't want to lose that one. I don't want to lose that one. So I'm going to have to play over here. So maybe the sack is not the right position to do it. And again, I'm a bit rusty in the English at the moment. I haven't played it for a while. On the good side, if I get F4 now, it will come with tempo. Oh no, don't pre-move, don't. So A5 and F4, and you can see these two pieces here give me a little bit of compensation. So he's taken off that one. I think it's very wise. Now I will take with this one, and again, yeah, I know I'm pawn down. I realise that. And he's just going to want to swap off, and then I can play for this move. So let's see if I get any compensation. Probably not great compensation, is it? Because this knight comes to c5. So is it really no compensation here at all? And he's coming in here as well. So okay, no, it's a bit wrong. Two bishops. I'm kind of fishing a bit here. Doesn't sound good, does it? So I have to remember that one, that we probably can't do that sack in this position, as far as I'm aware. Okay, well, the game goes on. I do have two bishops and have stuff like this coming in, so it's certainly not the end of the world. And we will try and do that here, at least force him backwards, and he's going to try to sit on that square with his knight. If in doubt, push Harry. Let's get him to h5. Okay, stop that one. So let's go here. As good as anything, isn't it? And one thing I can always try and do to bail out is go for the opposite colour bishop position. That's a bit wet, but I don't see any choice now because he's going to win a pawn. So I'm going to have to try and defend this position now, which should be very defendable, because I've shut his bishop out. I mean, I could in some positions be better, because how does he get that bishop ever in the game? If he ever goes e6, I go d6. Can he ever break my barrier? So when I say my barrier, can he ever break these pawns? So if he goes here, okay, so actually this is maybe even I'm reasonably happy here. Let's use the king. b5, I just take it. So actually, yeah, this is fine. This is certainly fine for me. And I want to move my bishop. So where do I do it? Let's go here, or e2. I don't know which one's better. And he's kind of sitting and waiting as well at the moment. So I would have played that if I was him as well. At least get the queen as active as he can. So I'm just going to stop his queen. He shouldn't be able to cause too many problems with one piece. Now I can grab a pawn back. Oh no, I don't want to lose that one. That would be crazy. So, alright, I'll go here. I'm still hoping, even the ending, I can play for a win. Funnily enough, in that ending. Now, can I take this one now? I'll try. Because his bishop. If he goes e6, I go d6. So that's why I'm trying to convince myself I can play for a win. And I'm looking at his clock and thinking, going down. You're going down. So here is another way to try and block him up. But then he might go f5 and allow it to come out. Okay, let's just annoy him a little bit. And as much as I can. Okay, so can I win this ending? So his bishop should be able to get out now. It's coming out here, I see. Let's move quick. I'll say that, and I play really slow moves. So these pawns are weak, is what I need to go for. Is that right? That looks really weird, that move. This is the break I wanted. Oh, we're coming through the middle. Okay, good stuff. So yeah, that was a weird ending. I feel like my opponent was well, maybe I was a bit lucky there, to be honest, but I feel like I always had in that ending enough. I mean, okay, it was certainly not worse for me, was it? So we got him on tilt possibly now, and we're playing some kind of reverse French. He's moving very quickly. Do I come here? Why not? And he wants to take here. So I'll develop. If I castled, he might have had a knight takes e4 here, which he's going to play anyway. A typical sacrifice. Point being, and this is probably quite a good sacrifice. If I take there, he's got mate. So he must get a lot of play here. This is like, this happens in the French defense as well. This is quite a normal one for the French. So he's got 2 pawns and my king is quite open. Okay, so I need to defend, which is not my forte. So I'm going to start with this one, just to defend here, and I hope my bishop can come out, and he's just coming through the middle. Yeah, I don't like this, I have to say. I don't like it. Is that just stupid? Maybe even get here. Okay, now I can take there, but I walk into some stuff, I've realised. Yeah, this is uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Alright, I will take it. I think I have to. I don't see any other options really there. That pawn was becoming too strong. But my king is just so dodgy, isn't it? It's so horrendous here. Yeah, this is bad. We'll make this the last one anyway, guys. I've got prepared for the stream, which is only in 2 hours, and I'm afraid chessball people are going to have to wait, and I have to do some work tomorrow on that course, because it's quite late here already, 8 o'clock, and I need to eat. So this will definitely be the last game. I always get a bit carried away when I'm doing these blitz sessions. You know, I don't want to give up. If I lose a game, I want to come back. Pretty average blitz session. It's not a great one, but had some okay moments. But it wasn't flowing as much as you can feel sometimes when I think you have good blitz. And today, it wasn't flowing as much as it could have done. But I have swindled this guy in other positions. So I'm hoping that is going to happen here. I just want a castle. I don't like my king being there. But I'll let him calculate the tactics. I'm hoping I will trap this at the end of it. I didn't castle, I just feel my king is too weak. So let's see if I can trap this knight. I'll have to take there, no choice. And this one is what I'm relying on. Now I'm not actually threatening anything at the moment. So you might better just step out the pin. Queen d5. Oh, then I go rook takes. Queen b5. Okay, so if I take here, he takes here with check. So queen c4 I meant. This square. Okay, so against that, I'll go here. Is he going to take this one? Maybe. Or at least now I'm threatening this move. He's not, so he wants to take here and take here. He's fighting fire with fire, which is a good idea. I don't see any other option. Maybe my rook can be quite good down the back somewhere if he takes on c8. So it's still, I still think this is a very complex position here. I've also got rook back and trying to keep him in this eternal pin. So bishop takes here. So we didn't like that. So now I can keep my material for a little bit. Okay, this is a really weird position. Got check here. Okay, so let's go check first. I need a good square for my knight, because I've allowed him in here. That was really silly of me. I have to go back. Don't like that move. And now queen to threat and take here is the problem, yeah. Okay, let's see where his king's going to go, and I'm down again on time. Okay, let's keep trying some stuff. Oh shit, did I just... What a muppet. That's game over. I was fighting right back in that game, you know. I have to go and do something like that. That's stupid. He's stupid. He's got a lot of moves to win here. Knight here checks quite flash, I feel. Check here is a great move, isn't it? I mean, he can also just take my queen. He had loads. This is probably very good, but this is the least convincing I thought he had. Is he going for a draw? No, good. I say good, I don't know why I'm saying good, because the draw is quite a good result here. Lost the time. Oh, he had 7 seconds. God. Alright, cheers guys. Thanks. That's my video today. I've got a new range I'm preparing. It's taken me a bit of time to do those, so I want to do some sort of different kind of videos. I mean, just it's nice to freshen it up and try something new. So I'll try to keep, I'm probably only going to do one blitz video a week, because they end up going on too long for me, and I'm very hard at keeping them down, and when I stream I do blitz anyway. So I hope to see you later on. I'll be streaming in a couple hours, probably about an hour and a half from when this video goes up. Thank you very much. Please